I have had a lot of ideas for the farm lately, and I always try to make a voice recording on my phone or write them down really quickly so I don't forget stuff. And it really just comes any time of the day or night. I'll just have an idea, and it's really inspiring. It's like once the creativity starts, it just keeps going, and I'm so excited to implement all of this at some point. Like, I have been a part of so many wonderful organizations over the years that I think I can take some of the best from each of those things, whether it was the mission or the management dynamic or the time requirements, or just I'm really lucky, and it's going to be amazing. So I was thinking that we will have people who work on the farm, and those are permanent residents who are profit sharing, and they are having their room and their food taken care of, and they live in either like a cabin or a yurt or a cob house, something like that, and they're comfortable and they love being on the farm. This is their passion, and we're all really happy and excited to be here. That's important to me. I don't want anyone around who realizes this isn't what they want to be doing. I want people who are just so happy to wake up and go to work and be with the people around them. So I would like to have some permanent residents, and at some point a lot of them will probably go into a teaching position because they will find their niche, the thing that they love, and maybe they will want to teach, so they will profit share in the classes that they're teaching. And we can have people come from all over the country, all over the world, and they can take a class. And I was thinking we could have week-long intensive sessions from time to time, and maybe there will be 2 classes a day, maybe 3-hour periods with a break in between. So just class in the morning, class in the afternoon, and then free time, and they would have like a free day, and they will learn about whatever they want to sign up for, whether it is beekeeping, identifying native plants or edibles in the wild. There could be survival classes for getting lost in the wilderness. You can have seed saving, propagation class, soil class, all these things that I have taken and all the things that I know about. We could have a cuttings, that could have to do with propagation, but we could have a cuttings class, air layering, things like that, teaching people how to build with natural materials, teaching people how to install solar or gray water, all these things that are so amazing and so the future of sustainable living and humanity. All these things can be taught, and I'd like to have nice, low cost, very inclusive, very feasible for like the average person, average cost. You come, you learn a lot, and you're taught by people who are really happy to be there. And yeah, that's the vision of the farm, is to spread this, and it's a movement, and we're going to be taking all of our profits and helping the animals, and we're going to have our sanctuary, and these animals are not providing anything back to us. So it's not like a working farm, it's an animal sanctuary, and it's very expensive. I'm being realistic about this. I know that there are vet bills, food bills. I know that you have to build them enclosures constantly, and things break down and unexpected expenses, and we're going to need that money. So that's going to come from classes and sales of seeds and foods, dried foods. I'd like to have something that is a combination of my favorite companies and concepts. So I was thinking this is Milkwood Permaculture meets Woodstock Farm Sanctuary. So this is an amazing farm, and it's producing, and it's great, and it's some of my local favorite farms that I know from the farmers market, but it also meets animal ethics, and that's where the sanctuary part steps in. We're not going to be exploiting animals and butchering them and enslaving them and acting like they're a commodity. They're a living being, each one, and it's sentient, and this animal deserves to live, and it deserves dignity and autonomy. It deserves the agency. It needs to make its own decisions and just be free to live life to its fullest, and it's not here for us and our personal gain, and that's the respect that animals will have at the farm. So it is Milkwood Permaculture meets Farm Animal Sanctuary, and then it's Mountain Rose Herbs. We're going to have tinctures and salves and classes on how to do this stuff. We're going to have dried herbs and teas for sale. We're going to be growing mushrooms and maybe selling mycelium plugs online, stuff like that. Everything that we're doing can in turn be sold. And I don't mean to make this about money, but it is somewhat economic. Like, we have to make some profit to fund what we're going to be doing. So that's where the classes step in, the sales. We can also sell beehives online. I don't know how that would be feasible. We'd have to charge a lot. Or we could have beehive materials that we send to you, like IKEA, and you build them, put them together. I don't know. That has to be workshopped. But we are going to have retreats on the farm. Like, we're going to have a dark room and a kiln maybe at some point, and artists can come and work with their hands. Maybe we'll have a huge carpentry area, like a wood shop, and I would like to have, I think those kilns that used to dig out in the ground, like Native Americans would dig out kilns, and then you polish your material with a stone, and then you fire it, and it becomes black and shiny and like really beautiful, and it's so naturally made. So stuff like that, stuff from high school that I was really interested in. Growing up where I did, going to such an amazing school, we had so many offerings. Like, my friends took Latin and Swahili and Afro-Haitian dance. Like, all these things just broaden your horizon, and at such a young age to be experiencing all these things was really, really great. So I want to have the most amazing, all-encompassing farm situation, intentional community where you can find everything. Like, we're going to have a little patch of concrete where you can play Foursquare, and we're going to have tetherball. There's going to be like a kickball / softball, baseball, hopefully a diamond at some point. So all these things will come later. I'm not saying that I'm going to get everything done within the first year, but I would like to have kayaks on site and bicycles, and people can ride those around. They can go off campus and like take little tours. They can go wherever they want. I would like to have golf carts that you can drive around from place to place. Like, if you have tools that you're carrying, I love golf carts. I don't know why. I got to drive one for the first time at the plant sale at the school a few months ago, and it was amazing. I have always wanted to drive a golf cart, and I never had the opportunity. And then I was just amazing at it, obviously, of course. And what else on the farm? Classes. I was thinking like retreats, like raw food retreats. So something like the Woodstock Fruit Festival, we could have something like that, something where the food is grown on site. It's the most fresh food possible. And, you know, beyond that, I would like to teach people how to grow their own food. So it's amazing. It's great to eat healthy. That's one thing. But to take it even beyond that and just produce your own food, that's perfection. So if we can teach people how to container garden, how to grow herbs, you know, indoors on their windowsill, space limitations, vertical growing, whatever is going on with you, I would like to be able to send you home with some inspiration and some practical knowledge on how to start the farm in your own life. Like, on whatever scale you can have farm going on in your life. So we could have crochet at night. Some people could like, I could teach that. I was thinking we could have like people playing chess together. All these things, just everything that people are good at should be an extension into the farm. So we could have people painting, people doing poetry, and it's not going to turn into some like 1960s drugged out hippie commune where people just sit around all day. I'm going to be around people who are motivated and want to get a lot done and want to inspire the community and want to help in that way. I was thinking the other night that I would like to donate lots of produce to homeless shelters, and why not? And I was thinking it would be cool to potentially have a program where people who are having trouble finding work can come and gain skills. So whether they maybe didn't finish high school or they went to prison for a nonviolent crime and they're a totally great person, but they're just having a lot of trouble. They're down on their luck. They're not sure what their next step in life is, and they don't have the skills to work anywhere but, say, like a fast food restaurant, or I don't want to insult anyone by saying a job, but they don't have a clear path for their future. So they could come to the farm for 3 months and they could work here and they could learn a trade, and we could teach them pruning, and they could go out and be an assistant to an arborist, and that's where they're headed, you know, whatever they end up feeling a calling and akin to, that could be their next step. So I would like to help people and put out these videos. You don't have to come to the farm. You can watch the videos, and here's a video of us digging soils, and we're going to teach you why you do that and how to capture water and how to store energy like that. And I would like to just do all of this and be a teacher and a perpetual student and maybe just help people. I would like to be an asset to the world, as corny as that sounds. I want to feel like I'm here for a reason, and I want to help the planet. I'm not going to get weird and say that this is some kind of religious or narcissistic thing. I want to help the earth. We've done so much that has poisoned it, and we've raped and pillaged and laid down concrete everywhere, and we're producing plastics and pumping dyes into the ocean, and everyone's on pharmaceuticals, and that's going into the water supply. Everything is wrong, and it's time that we start giving back and thinking about how we can help. And growing your own food garden at home is a great way. It's less money to the corporations, it's less transportation costs, and it's not giving money to things like Monsanto or Del Monte, and those are people who are poisoning the rainforest and cutting them down, and it's all owned by the same people. So don't eat at a fast food restaurant. Invite your neighbors over and share some of your backward squash that you guys just grew. Like, it's insane. We need to be thinking locally and living within our means and not being such a consumerist culture. So all these things for the farm, I know that I have a certain amount of ideas and it keeps exponentially getting bigger. I know I have these ideas, but what I'm hoping to do is add my ideas and my enthusiasm to all these other people. So people will come to the farm and they'll say, why don't we work on these keyline things? And I'll say, I've never even heard of that. What do you know? And then they'll teach me, and it's going to be this ongoing process of things just getting better and better and better. So you take a bunch of highly motivated, intelligent, interested, engaged people, and you put them in a room together, and you come up with amazing stuff. So this farm is going to be like cutting edge, amazing, self-sustaining. It's going to be paradise for me, and I'm hoping that there are other like-minded people. I've already got some people in mind. Some people have contacted me, of course, and said, this is what I'm good at. I'd like to help out with this and keep me in mind. And I send emails, I send text messages to people. I already have my solar people, and I already have people who are going to be working on this and that, and Tony. I have all these amazing people, and I friend them on Facebook usually, and we just stay in each other's lives, and from time to time, we get that interaction when we both are around and we talk about things, and that inspires me even further. And hopefully it'll just be like, I don't know, anywhere from 30 to 100 people living together in this small, close-knit community where everyone is very trusting and honest and open and communicative and assertive and motivated to get a lot done. I just think that would be such an amazing place to be. And then we'll welcome people who are coming for retreats or classes, or people who are coming to WOOF. We're going to have some workers who come for a few months and they learn skills, and we'll head teams that manage those people, and those people will get amazing gardening skills and building skills and everything that they want to know. So yeah, every day I hope that nothing terrible happens in my life and I get to do all the things I want to do. There's so much that I want to get done, and I can't imagine not being able to complete this stuff. So part of me really wants to start now. Part of me thinks that I should take more classes, try to save more money, keep the steady paycheck. It's kind of like, do I want to keep preparing or do I want to jump in? I really want to jump in. I just can't imagine being in a forest in a week by myself, starting all of this. But yeah, that's the plan. Stay in school for a little while longer, eventually buy a small plot of land, start experiencing what it is and getting back to the earth and having free time and working on the channel and putting out quality work and growing all of these seeds that I have and collecting new batches of seeds, because I'm not going to get a good germination rate if I just hoard all these seeds for years and years. I need to plant them pretty soon, and I will be getting back lots of seeds. So I'd like to start a garden, put my hands in the earth, and implement all these things that I know and have been learning recently. And at that point, after a little while, I will start the Kickstarter, and I will get more concrete about where exactly I want to do this and what climate I'm going for. And I will hope to crowdsource a large farm, and that's where you guys come in, hopefully. You can earn rewards by buying things. There's going to be things like clothing offered, seeds, food, classes. I was thinking maybe for some amount of money, you can get a membership card to the nursery and you can save 20% off for your lifetime. So you can come by at any point and just get 20% or 30, whatever it ends up being. You will get money off for the nursery for your lifetime and things like that. So there can be little homesteading, intentional community. I'm workshopping what the names will be in my mind right now. I'm not sure yet, but that part doesn't have to come till later. But there can be sweatshirts, there can be nut milk bags, I don't know what you guys would want, seeds. There could be rewards where you can come for a week and work with the animals. You can name an animal as one of the rewards maybe. We could have something where whatever you're willing to spend today, you will get double that in the future. So if you give us $200 today, you can spend $400 at any point. Maybe it'll expire in 10 years or something, but maybe you'll get $400 of goods. So you could spend that on classes, you could spend that on coming up and camping for a weekend and just hanging out. You could spend that on dry goods or nuts or whatever we have available in our store, or beeswax candles. So there are so many really amazing ideas. I can't wait to start it all. This was now 17 minutes. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. It's a lot to think about, and I thank you so much for being here for the journey, and I can't wait to do more. It's every day, new ideas every day, and I know stuff like this already exists, but I think that this is going to be really, really one of a kind, because nobody that I'm aware of invites people in to learn and tries to teach and really wants to positively influence the surrounding community and, by extension, the entire world. I want to show that good, wholesome, organic food is available. You don't have to harm animals to homestead and be self-sufficient. I want to show that this is the future, and it's how to get back to the earth, and it's how to be happy and regain your sanity in a world that's so chaotic and so broken and so unsafe. This is a way to say, I'm owning my own life. I have this set amount of time. I don't know how much time I have on this earth, but I'm going to spend it doing something worthwhile. And for all these people who feel lost or apathetic or just disassociated, I want to show that this is an option, and maybe some people will take it and it'll help. And yes, okay, I have to go. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching this really long video. If you have any ideas about the farm, I always love to hear them. And if you want to be involved, let me know and we'll keep in touch, because I could use the friendship. So reach out and hopefully we can get a huge community going of people who are amazing and have great ideas, and there's so much potential here. So we just have to harness it and implement it. Okay, guys? Love you. I will talk to you later. Bye.